A fast-paced musical for me is everything. I want to be intrigued from the moment it starts. I want
Oh my
chaos.
gosh, yeah. Welcome back to Coffee with Zach. My name is Zach Hathaway, your host, and today I am joined with Jackson Hall. This is going to be part of a multi-episode series. We don't really know how many there's going to be because we've got a lot of really powerful topics to talk about. So we might break this up in a couple of different ways for you. We're going to be talking about music, education, mental health, and some social issues. So stick around for that. Before we get started, make sure you follow us on Instagram. You know the Coffee with Zach handle, but Jackson, what's your Instagram?
Yes, it is _Jackson Hall.
All right, you heard it right there. Go follow Jackson. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, we would really, really appreciate it if you left us a nice review. Not only does it help us out with the feedback, it also lets other people know what to listen to. So you're helping us and you're helping others. Also, we have some show notes for you. If you want to head over to coffeewithzach.com, that's where you're going to find the most in-depth analysis of today's show. If you are watching on YouTube, you have the luxury of seeing our beautiful faces. And you also you have that description box. That's where you're going to find some of the same information. Hit that like button, you know all the YouTube stuff, you know what to do. For any further inquiries, make sure you send us an Instagram DM or email us. We'll get back to you. And if you want to be featured on Coffee with Zach, we have a form up on our website. Make sure you fill that out and we'll take a look at it. Today's coffee feature is Foster Coffee Company in East Lansing, Michigan. So that's what we're drinking today. That's also where we're filming. So thanks to Nick and John here at Foster for letting us use their space. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
All right, let's do it.
I know you have a little bit more of a vocal music background, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit more instrumental music, so maybe we could kind of like bounce back and forth.
Okay, yeah. So I grew up always wanting to perform. It was something that I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
So I started off in a very small community theater in Lansing. And there were no musicals, like it was just plays and plays and plays. So I just did a ton of those for a really long time. And then I got to middle school and I had the opportunity in 6th grade to audition for a musical. And at that time, they were very selective on who they chose, like for 6th graders, because they're very young. And thankfully enough, I was one of the chosen 6. There were 6 6th graders. It was like a thing around the school that happened. But that happened, and then ever since then, I just have been a musical theater addict. And I did it all through high school, and I did it after in college with community theater, and I took voice lessons from middle school, continuing on still now, and I have been in various choirs, various performances everywhere. So my background in music has just been a lot. A lot.
That's awesome. I'm definitely more instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I think I started taking piano lessons. It might have been 7.
Okay.
I don't know, 7 or 8 maybe. We'll call it 7. I don't know. I played piano for probably about 10 years maybe.
Wow.
I don't know. I probably could still play, but I just haven't touched it in years. I wish I still had time. But, and then I played trumpet all through high school.
Uh-huh.
I was in a couple of shows that, like, I needed stuff for the pit orchestra. And then I played a little bit in college, but not much.
Mm-hmm.
But I never really did anything vocal. It's something I've been trying to get into a little bit more recently. I want to eventually audition for a couple of, I don't know, maybe some regional, or not regional, like some community theater stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe someday, but yeah, definitely more instrumental on this side of the mic here. So
yeah,
I think this will be a good segment. We'll go back and forth on that. So you said you are a musical theater addict.
I am.
I have to ask, what are some shows you've been in? Like, what's your favorite one you've done?
My favorite one I've done, I was in a show called Pippin.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. Pippin. I had absolutely no idea what it was about. I had no idea. All I knew that it was a circus, and that's all I knew. Um, our director, Megan Eldred Woosley, she was in the show prior with me, called Hairspray, and she was like, "Are you auditioning for Pippin?" And I was like, "I have no idea." And she's like, "You are auditioning," and I was like, "I guess I'm auditioning." So I auditioned, and I did it, and we got it. I got in, but it was the weirdest, craziest, like fun show that I've ever been a
Yeah.
part of, and like I always like had like expectations of like how shows would be, how things would look, how everything would
Right.
run, and with this, I didn't know the show or
Yeah.
any of the songs, so I was just like so mesmerized by like the creepy, like scary, dark, twisted world that Pippin was, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, I changed costumes 18 times
Oh wow.
during the show,
That's
and there was no one to help me. Like I was literally running around like
ridiculous. Yeah.
with my head cut off, basically. But it was a good type of head cut off. But that was definitely my favorite.
That's fun. My favorite. I've only done 2 shows. I did The
Okay.
Secret Garden
Okay.
and Spam-A-Lot.
Oh, Spam-A-Lot's so
I was gonna say I like Spam-A-Lot a lot more. I don't know. I didn't really care for The Secret Garden.
yeah.
It was a
a little
quality
boring.
show, but it was a little bit slow for my taste.
Yeah,
I'm
I-
definitely more of a modern musical.
Oh,
fan,
100% agree. And that's why I love Hairspray too.
Yeah.
It's so modern. The music's all fast paced and exciting. There's moments of sadness, there's moments of joy.
Yeah.
And it's just fast paced. A fast paced musical for me is everything. Like, I want to be intrigued from the moment it starts. So when the show starts with a ballad, I'm like, all right, like that was pretty, but I'm like, you didn't pull me in.
Right.
I want
Oh my
chaos.
gosh. Yeah.
And like that's why like the openings of Beauty and the Beast, it's like Belle's exploring all of her town, and it's like crazy with everyone being introduced and everything, and it's just chaos. Like it's just like constant moving and everything. And I had the opportunity to be in Beauty and the Beast, and I
Oh,
literally
really? That's
would
cool.
I literally
Yeah.
would want to
That's
be in
another
it
show I've
again.
heard.
I have to. That's one of my goals. Like that is a show that I have to be in because I have to play a certain part and I have to do it again.
Yeah. My school did that one the year before I was in the pit orchestra, so I didn't get to be in that one. Yeah, I wish I could. Yeah, if I could do like some more pit shows, I totally would too. Maybe someday. Yeah.
Yeah.
The brass book for Spam-A-Lot was really fun. I just like all the jazz shows.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to be in Thoroughly Modern Millie,
Oh,
and I couldn't do it. I was so sad. I had some other stuff lined up. It was over the summer, so I had to turn it down. Listen through the show a little bit. And I was like, I just don't have the time. I can't do it. But that would have been fun.
I am dying to be in a musical at this point. Like it has been over a year.
I was gonna say it's probably been so long, right?
The last show I was
Yeah.
in was November of 2019.
Oh wow, yeah. So over a year,
Yep.
almost a year and a half.
You know, that is one of the things that
Yeah.
the pandemic has really taken away from me and my friends. And I mean, hopefully things will move back, but I mean, musicals to me just are everything. They show emotion,
Yeah.
they show heartbreak, they show excitement, they show love, they show sadness. They talk about things that a lot of the time people don't talk about, and they just make you feel a certain type of way, whether you're in it or where you're watching it. It's just
Yeah, it's
amazing.
Well, it's different. They're unique.
They are unique.
They're I don't know. Live entertainment in general is different and unique because there is emotion attached to it.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's an environment that's not controlled. And when you think about it, if you're listening to like, let's say, I don't know, like an album that's been recorded already, that's a controlled environment.
Mhm.
There was production that's you know, been put into that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all like remastered and fixed. Nothing is live.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're, I guess, like seeing a stage production or like in a theater,
Mm-hmm.
anything can happen.
Oh,
It's so much more
anything
fun.
can
It's
really happen.
Yeah. Do you have any horror stories?
I do.
Yeah.
I was in a show where it was a play, and one of the actresses missed her entrance because she was in the bathroom. So I started making up lines on the
my.
spot, just like making up story lines
Just
and
improv, you know.
asking where people were and everything. And it was so scary.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what is happening? And that was bad. And then I had another instance where we had a huge lamppost like in the wings, and one of our actors knocked it over, and it landed on one of the lead's head.
Oh no.
And she ended up getting a
That's
concussion.
not good.
And she had to perform for the whole weekend with a concussion. And she never went to bed.
She still did.
Yeah, because you know when you get a concussion,
Yeah.
you can't go to bed. So she had to stay up all night and then perform the show on the next day. It was insane. But
That
the show must go
really
on,
impressive.
as
Yeah.
they say.
So it fell and hit her in the back of the head?
It like,
Or like,
yeah, it like.
so she didn't even see it coming. There was no way she could
it was
have
pitch
like
black
avoided
there
it.
too.
Oh wow.
Because in the wings, there's no lights.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's scary.
I've never
Yeah.
really experienced, I mean, on my side of things, I've never really experienced like a ton
Yeah.
of bad things. I almost did fall in the pit once. I was like on a rolly chair rolling backwards, and like
Oh no.
that almost happened. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any horror stories from behind the curtain.
Mhm.
We didn't have an actual pit at our school.
Okay.
Maybe in front of the curtain there were some horror stories that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
We couldn't see through the curtain. I don't know if there were any things that happened on stage that
There always is.
we didn't know about.
But the best part about theater is no one knows that something is bad happened unless it's huge.
Right.
Like, but like, I mean, I remember times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I like that one person messed up that one word. Like, no one knows.
No.
No one knows.
The audience doesn't know every word to every song. They don't know the entire.
No, especially in a high school setting. Like, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially in like a high school audience. The
Yeah,
audience
I mean-
half the audience didn't even know what the show was about.
Oh yeah, and there's like different instances. Like for community theater, we have like review people come,
Oh.
and when
yeah.
those review people come, everything better be perfect because like it is quite like they're not afraid to speak their mind.
Ooh, yeah. I
So
bet.
it's quite interesting. But
What
yeah,
happens if like something doesn't go right? Does the theater get in trouble? Or something?
no,
No.
it
I don't know
just
how it works.
it doesn't shed good light on like our overall review. So if there's like missed entrances or something like that, that review person's like a little X.
Yeah. So today's coffee feature is Foster Coffee Company in East Lansing, Michigan. They've got 3 locations in Michigan, Flint and Owasso also. So super special thanks to John and Nick for letting us use their space today. I got a rosemary orange latte. I got it iced because it's almost springtime. What did you get, Jackson?
I got a honey lavender latte with oat milk iced, and it is literally so good.
Yeah.
If you like floral and you like
Yes.
honey, it is your go-to summer drink. It is so good. I drink it all the time. I get it every single time I come here in the summer. It is so good.
Yeah. They've always been super awesome about letting us use their space for all of my crazy ideas. So again, super big shout out to them. If you guys like shopping for coffee online, definitely be sure to check out their store. I think you can order coffee online, right?
Yes, they also have online ordering for people that want to do mobile ordering or they want to do curbside pickup. So if you don't feel comfortable coming in, you can order online.
Yeah, in fact, last episode, Fabian and I had ours delivered. So that worked out wonderfully. So if you happen to live nearby one of their locations, check it out. That and check out their Instagram. They have an awesome grid. So, yeah.
Awesome.
What other kind of music do you listen to?
So my biggest influence is pop music. It's something that I've been listening to for as long as I can remember. I will say it's like my outlet because a lot of the time I listen to like classical or musical theater during school. I have to listen to it all the time, and choral music a ton. Um, so I will say pop is definitely my go-to, my favorite.
Awesome.
It's
Who is your favorite pop artist?
like it's very difficult because I have favorites for different reasons, but like for like a songwriter in pop music, it's Taylor Swift all the way. Her her lyrics are just so captivating, and I feel like I'm in the story every time. My favorite like performer of all time in like pop stars, Lady Gaga. I saw her live. She changes the game every single time. She can be in movies.
Yeah.
She can be in TV shows. She can sing. She like can do jazz. She can do pop. She can do anything. I absolutely love her. And then I also like for males, Justin Timberlake. I just think that his older stuff is just so iconic and unbeatable.
I mean, it is iconic.
Yeah,
so.
he is just an iconic human being, and those type of pop stars are amazing. My new obsession recently has been Dua Lipa. I don't know if you know her.
Oh,
She's
really?
huge.
I'll have to look
Her
into
latest
it.
album is just like very clubby, but it's very like classic pop and has great melodies and great choruses. So I love her right now.
Okay, awesome. I was gonna say I don't listen to that much pop music,
Mhm.
but I am familiar with most of those artists. So
Yeah.
at least their Grammy wins from a couple days ago.
Yeah, Dua Lipa won. She won, but yeah,
Okay, I wasn't familiar
Folklore.
with that one. Okay.
Folklore
I knew
by
about Taylor
Taylor
Swift and
Swift.
Lady Gaga. So.
That Folklore by
Yeah.
Taylor Swift was my album for half of 2020, and the first half of 2020 was Chromatica by Lady Gaga. So those two
Yeah.
albums really got me through it.
Fair enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, again, make sure you reach out to us, send us an Instagram DM or an email. Want to be featured on Coffee with Zach? We got that form up on our website. Don't forget about those show notes. Is when you're going to find any reference material, all of these articles that we've mentioned, plus some others. If you share this with any of your friends, if you enjoyed it, feel free to just give us some feedback. Let us know. It really helps us out. We really, really appreciate it, just like we appreciate you. So thank you so much. Jackson, is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, just thank you so much for having me, letting me
Yeah.
ramble, and just love your kids, love yourself, and don't feel scared to go to therapy. It's fun.
Well, Jackson, thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us today. Thanks so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure just having a conversation with you. This is what we're all about. So with that, I'll catch you next time on Coffee with Zach.
Good, awesome.
All right, I think we're all good.